Hi, this is Maria from Crochet A to Z, and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button and please push that like button because it does help get the algorithms out there so everyone can find this channel. Today we have block number 25. Love this block. I have to say that this is my favorite block of all times. It is the Stars and Kisses block. And what you're going to see is right here, 2 double crochets, one here, crossing each other, forming a cross. And below it, you can see there's a star. I'm going to show you just how easy this block is to make. It's a beautiful block. It's absolutely beautiful. If you want to do the crochet at your own pace, you can do that, and you can do all the blocks. Although this is block 25, you can still get in on this because it doesn't take long to get these blocks done. So you could catch up very easily without a problem. That's how easy these blocks are and how quick they work up. But if you want to just pick and choose the blocks that you want, you could do that as well. You can pick and choose whatever blocks you want to put together, or if you want to just use this pattern for an Afghan, a baby blanket, a scarf, you could also do that as well. This is just, to me, one of the prettiest stitches. It's just really pretty and easy, and I'm going to show you just how easy. I wanted to show it to you in 2 colors because I just wanted to show you how it really pops. So let's get started, why don't we? And with all the blocks, I am using an eye hook. If you're going to make all the blocks or some of the blocks, you want to make sure you use the same hook size as well as the same weight yarn. This is a 4 weight yarn, and it's a Premier yarn. So just want to mention that as well. Isn't it pretty? It's just really pretty. So let's get started. And just to mention again, this is a Premier yarn. So let's get started with this block. Again, you're going to use your eye hook, and we're going to start with a slip knot. And once you do your slip knot, then we're going to move in and move on to the next. Now we're going to chain 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. These are your chains. This is your working chain, and at the very end is your slip knot, not considered a chain. So now what we're going to do is we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the 5th chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are going to put a double crochet. Once you put your double crochet, what you're going to do is in the chain before that double crochet right here, we're going to put a double crochet. So we're going to cross over the double crochet that we just made, and we're going to make a double crochet in that first chain. So I'm going to show you again. We're going to go across that and go right in this chain before that double crochet. And it might be a little tough when you first get started, but you'll get used to this. And you're making your little cross stitch, your little kisses. So then you're going to skip a stitch, and in the next one you're going to make a double crochet. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to make a double crochet in the double crochet before it. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this right across. So skip and a double crochet. This stitch is so pretty, and it would be a beautiful scarf if you wanted to make a quick scarf for somebody for Christmas. This would really be pretty. Now we're going to go into this stitch. So we're going to cross over the one before it, and we're going to go right in there, and we're going to make a double crochet. So the double crochet is going to go in the chain before it. So we're going to skip this stitch, and in this next one we're going to put a double crochet. And you also want to look really good, because you don't want to go, when you make your cross stitch, you don't want to go where there is a stitch already. You want to go in that chain that's right next to this double crochet, and you're just going to cross over and make your little cross stitch, your little kiss. And we're going to go right in there, and I just want to go in there again because I don't want to split any yarn. And it will be, when you first do this, it might be a little awkward until you get that first row in. Skip, double crochet, double crochet in the one before it, and you make your little kiss, your little cross stitch. And we want to do this right across. And you're going to go right into the one right at before that. So and after the stitch before that. So you're going to go right in the middle. You're going to skip this one and go in this one, and this is where the last one was. So you're going to go in this one second. You're going to go in this first, and then you're going to make a double crochet in this stitch just before that double crochet that you just made. Skip, double crochet, and these are 9.5-inch blocks, so that you would be making for at your own pace. Afghan, but you can take these stitches and this pattern and do what you would like to do with it. You might say, I want to make a whole Afghan with this. You might say, I want to make a scarf with this. I want to make a shawl with this. I just want to make a lap Afghan with this. You can do any of that. But if you want to continue and just do the blocks, you can do that. And we're going to go right across, and then here's another stitch. That's where your last one was. You're going to skip and go in this one. And then you're going to go back into the one before that, right there. It's in the middle of these two stitches. And once you get past this one row, it will be easier to manipulate these stitches as you go forward. In this very last stitch, you're going to put one double crochet, just one. So that's row 1, and we just did this. Again, this is what it looks like. Isn't it pretty? So once you finish, you're going to chain 1. Once you chain 1, you're going to turn your work. And what you're going to do is you're going to make single crochets across. You're going to make 28 single crochets. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and in that last stitch, you never forget this last stitch, you're going to make your 28th one. And that might be a little hard to get into, but once you do, you'll be fine. And that's where you're going to put your 28th single crochet. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that pretty? So now once you do that, you're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. This is your star row. So we've done 1, 2 rows. I want to just say that once you do this one and this one, and then your star row, you're going to see your pattern. It's going to be this row, which is your X's, your single crochet, your star. The 4th row is going to be half double crochets, and then you're going to go back and do your X's again, and you're going to repeat this over and over again. So once you chain 3, you're going to turn your work. And in this chain 3, believe it or not, we're going to work in this chain 3. So you want to face it so that you can see your stitches. In the second chain from the hook, 1 in here, you're going to go in and pull up a loop. In this next stitch, you're going to go in, you're going to pull up a loop. In this first stitch where you're doing all of this work, you're going to go in, you're going to pull up a loop. You're going to go into this next stitch, go in, and pull up a loop. You're going to go to one more, You're going to go in and pull up a loop. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over. You're going to go through all 6 loops. Once you do that, you're going to chain 1. That's going to close up that stitch. So now this is where you're going to notice that it goes. That's your first star, by the way. So now we're going to start making our second star. So what we're going to do is, there's a little opening where we made our chain 1 and we closed it up. We're going to go right in there and we're going to pull up a loop. We're going to go into this, you get all this part of the star, into this last part of the star right here. We're going to go right in there, and we want to hit both, and I'm going to show you. You want to grab the stitches together right here, and you're going to pull up, see the 2 stitches? You're going to pull up a loop. You're going to go right here where this star is, the first one that you made. You're going to go in there and you're going to pull up a loop. You're going to go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You're going to go into this last stitch, because you're because you're going to have 6 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. You're going to yarn over because you're going to close up that loop. So you're going to chain 1 and close that loop up. And that's what you want to do. You want to always chain 1 to close. So now we have 2 of our stars. We have our kisses on the bottom and our stars at the top. We're going to start another one. So we're going to go right where that hole in the star is, where we chained 1. We're going to go right in there. I go slow. You can follow along. You can write it down. You can go along with me. You're going to pull up a loop, and now you're going to go into this portion of the star, and you want to go through all, and I'm going to show you because I want you to see it. You're going to go through that, the whole stitch, and you're going to pull up a loop. You're going to go right where that is right there. Go in, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over. You have 6 loops on your hook. You're going to go through all 6 loops. You're going to chain 1. That's going to give you that little eye in the star. So we're going to go back in that eye. Let's call it an eye. And we're going to pull up a loop. We're going to go in this portion right here of that star that we just had made, and we're going to come up and pull up a loop. We're going to go at the bottom of that, go in, pull up a loop, go into this next stitch, pull up a loop. Now you know there's 5, so you need 1 more in the next stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over, and you're going to go through all 6 loops. You're going to yarn over because you're going to chain 1. And there's another star. So now we're going to continue to make these stars. So we're going to work in the one we just made to form our next one. I go slow. You can write it down. You can follow along. But this is the star stitch. You have 6 loops. You're going to go right through them. Chain 1, because this is going to enable you to start your next star. So you're going to go into the eye of the star, pull up a loop, into the side of that star that you finished. And you're going to go in the side of that, right through these two, pull up a loop. You're going to go to the bottom of that where that ended, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You have 5, you know you need one more, into the next one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 6 loops, and then what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1. It closes it up. We're going to go into the eye of this star. So we're going to go in and we're going to pull up a loop. Go into this side, pull up a loop, and we're just going to continue to do this until we have all of them made. Now again, go into the eye of the star, pull up a loop, go into the side of that star, pull up a loop, go into the side bottom of the star, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You have 6 on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 6, chain 1, you form the eye. Go in, pull up a loop, and we continue this so now we're going to go in, pull up a loop, go into the side, make sure you grab both of those, that V, pull up in the bottom, pull up the next stitch, pull up the next stitch, pull up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 6. And then after you do that, I just want to pull this out. So let's go into this next one. You're going to go in, pull up a loop, go into the side, see a V, pull up a loop, go into the next one, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, because you have 5 loops on your hook, so you're going to go right through all 5 and then chain 1 to form the eye. So now we're going to do it again. This is such a pretty pattern. It's just beautiful. You have 6 on your hook, so you're going to yarn over and then pull through all 6, chain 1. You have 1 stitch left. You're going to yarn over and just put in that stitch, you're going to put a half double crochet for that stitch alone. So a half double crochet, and this is this stitch here. So I want to mention, and you can just look across, but you can see your cross stitch, your kisses, and your stars. Now once you do your stars, you're going to chain 1 and 2. And you're going to turn your work, and I want to mention this is row 1, row 2, and row 3. Row 1 was your X's or your kisses. Row 2 was your single crochets. Row 3 was your stars. You're going to turn the work around once you chain 2. And now what we're going to do is we're going to work in the eyes of the stars. So I want to just show you, see the eyes? That's where we're going to work. So now we're going to make, in this first eye, we're going to make 2 half double crochets. We're going to go to the next eye of your next star, and we're going to make 2 half double crochets. And we're going to do this right across, and you're going to work in the eye of this star. You're going to do about 17 rows of repeating the different rows, or until you have 9.5 and a 9.5 inch block. And again, you're doing half double crochets in the eye of the star, because what that's doing right now is we're finishing off that star by adding the 2 half double crochets. See it? It closes up the star. See where the star is unfinished? There's the half double crochets. I'll show you on this. See the star bottom and then the half double crochets. It finishes it up. And I'll show it to you in the lighter one as well. The star at the bottom, and then you finish it up with the 2 half double crochets above it. So we're going to do the half double crochets, 2 in each of the stars. The eye of the star. And this is block 25, the Stars and Kisses block. This is the Stars and Kisses block. And you'll be able to tell where you're going. You'll be able to tell that you are going into the eye of the star from below. See, here's another one. And you make 2 half double crochets in that spot. Right here. In this last one, 2 half double crochets, and in this last stitch we're going to put 1 half double crochet in this last stitch. So this is row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. Row 1 is your X's, your kisses. Row 2 is your single crochets. Row 3 is your start of your stars, so that's your stars. And then row 4 is you finish your stars. Then what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. And you're going to turn your work around. Now this is going to be your repeat, because what's going to happen is you're going to make your X's here again, then you're going to make a row of single crochets, and then you're going to make your stars, and then you're going to do the second part of your stars, which is your half double crochet, and you're going to do that over and over again until this is finished. So this is, think of this as your repeat. You're repeating this row here, and then you'll repeat each row over and over again. So you chained 3, you're going to skip this stitch, you're going to go into this next one, because this is where your chain 3 is, so you're going to go right into this one, you're skipping that one, and you're going to make a double crochet. Then what you're going to do is you're going to make a double crochet in this stitch in front of it. Then you're going to skip this stitch and you're going to make a double crochet in this stitch. And then you're going to go into the one before it and you're going to make a double crochet. So you're going to do your kisses. Skip, double crochet, right here, double crochet, skip, double crochet, right here, double crochet. You're going to make your kisses, your X, skip, double crochet, right here you're going to make your double crochet. It's going to cross that other one, so you're going to make your X's, skip this one. In here you're going to make your double crochet, you're going to go in here and you're going to make your finish off your little kiss. Skip this one. And always you do want to make sure that you look, you can see, because what happens is when you make your X here, it almost hides the bottom of this. So if you look real closely, there is a stitch there. So that's not where you want to make your double crochet across. You want to do it in the one between these two. And you want to go into this one. Skip, going to go in here. This looks very complicated when you look at the block itself or the pattern itself, but it's really not. Once you learn this pattern, you're going to know it and you're going to remember what you've got to do. So once you know that you've done your half double crochets to finish off that star, then you know you've got to start over with your X's. Your 2 double crochets that cross each other. And that begins the pattern again. So skip, and in here, a double crochet. Gonna cross that, skip, a double crochet, you're gonna go right there, and then you got 2 stitches left at the end. So at the very end here, you're going to just do right here in the last stitch, you're going to do a double crochet. And that's it right there. Now the next row would be your single crochets. The next row would be your star stitches. The next row after that would be your half double crochets in the star, eye of the star, which would be 2 half double crochets in the eye of the star. That would finish off your star right here. And then once you do that, you would start this again. This is what it looks like. This is such, no matter what color you make this in, and here's the gray for the blocks I'm making for the Afghan that's sold. And this is, and then this is the block, the color, the other color. So I'm going to put it up here so you can kind of, and pull out a little bit so you can see but isn't that pretty? So now, like with all the blocks, I do want to mention, with all the blocks that you're going to make, if you make the blocks with this, what you're going to do is to finish the block off, like with all the blocks that are being made, you're going to put 3 single crochets in each corner of the block, 1, 2, 3, 4, and across the top, the bottom, and the sides, you're going to put 25 single crochets. That's for all the blocks that you may make for this Afghan. You can design your own. If you want to pick and choose the blocks that you want to use, you can do that. But at the end of the day, it's the same for every block. You always 3 single crochets in each corner, 25 on all sides, all 4 sides, 3 single crochets on all 4 corners. And that's the way you finish these blocks. And this is block number 25, and it is the Stars and Kisses blocks. This is Maria from Crochet A to Z. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of this block 25. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great evening. And I love you all. Bye-bye.